Alright, so we just got home from going to 3 different Tractor Supplies because we needed to pick up a few things for our puppy packs. This litter I added in one of my favorite companies. I was able to add in one of their products that I think will help with our new puppy parents, just really set the puppies up for success in their new homes. We took the puppies with us so that they could get some great socializing out in public. They got introduced to a leash and they got to be touched by probably 20 different people, which is awesome because that's what we want. We want them to have a good, positive first experience in public places like that. And it kind of allows us to control the environment just a little bit to reinforce and say, hey, yes, this is a good thing. It's a good thing people are touching you and petting you. They all did great. So, and 7 weeks old is the perfect time. Between 6 and 8 weeks, you want to get them used to more environments that they're going to be in as they get older. And once they have their 6-week-old vaccinations, then you're able to really take them out and you don't have to worry as much of them catching something that could possibly be fatal. All right, guys, I want to take a moment today and introduce you to our new rabbits on the homestead. I also want to talk to you about why we have rabbits on our homestead. So let's get to it. I'll introduce you to the ladies and then our gent. This is Miss Amelia. And Amelia is a solid white New Zealand. She's still a little timid. So she came from a home where she was not handled at all, but we are working on it. So we think that she was possibly bred before she came to us. So that is why we have a box in here with her. This is where she will whelp her babies. But it is almost feeding time, so I'll feed her here in a minute. All right, our other girl here is Miss Raina. And she is a New Zealand Californian cross. And again, I have another whelping box in here for her. Raina is also a little hand shy. Again, not handled too much. She came from the same home as Amelia, but we're working on it. So before, she wouldn't even let me touch her at all. She's got a box in here because the very first day we got her, our boy decided to introduce himself. So my husband did not have any wire up here, and so he decided to hop over and introduce himself to Miss Raina and get his job started. All right, this is Mr. Onyx, and Onyx is our male New Zealand Silver Fox mix. He is black and he's got some nice silver fox in there. He's a little friendlier than the girls, but still hasn't been handled much. Totally fine. We're working on it. He's very hungry right now. It's almost feeding time. The million-dollar question of the day is, why did we get rabbits? Well, rabbits, just having 3, so 2 does and 1 buck, can put up to 400 pounds of meat in your freezer every year. Now for us, we really focus on sustainability and kind of the most bang for our buck. So we have been raising pastured chickens, and then we added some turkeys and some pigs this year, but we will not quite see the return on investment on those 2 animals for a little while yet. But with our chickens, we have made quite a good bit on them in terms of the meat we have been able to put in our freezer, and then also the meat we've been able to sell with that. So with rabbits, they are a much more lean meat, and you can pretty much use them in any recipe that calls for chicken. So with rabbits, it also takes about 5 minutes to completely process and dress a rabbit. So it makes it a super easy animal to have on the homestead in terms of processing. Now, the rabbits behind me are very easy animals to take care of as well. They do get some Timothy hay, and then they do get fed a pellet meal once a day. With that, it keeps them in good shape. They stay back here in their pen. I give them fresh water daily. And then they also provide us with an awesome manure that we can throw right into our garden. Rabbit poop is a great manure to plant in because it is not a hot manure, so you do not have to let it sit for a while like you do chicken manure. We have not began collecting it yet, but we do plan to here soon. But that's another reason why we have rabbits on the homestead, is because we do have chickens. However, we don't have a means of having a lot of good manure that's readily available to put right on our property, and rabbits is a great solution for that. Now, some fun facts about raising rabbits is their gestation period is 28 days, and the females actually don't ovulate until you breed. So until there is a male present and he does his job, the female will not ovulate, which is why there is the coined term of breeding like rabbits, because they are able to get pregnant a month after giving birth, which is a little crazy to me. So if you really wanted to and your female wasn't weaning kits, you could pretty much have 6 litters a year from one female. But more ideal would be 2, maybe 3. But again, that is why there's the coined term of breeding like rabbits, because they will have 5 to 10 kits per litter, and again can get pregnant and have babies within a month. Now, we will let our baby bunnies that these girls produce wean naturally off of their mamas, and then we will keep them until they are about 12 weeks old, when they get to the perfect processing weight. That's also just the right age where the meat is still nice and young and not as tough as an older rabbit would be, but again, also a perfect age to process that animal. And you can't really beat 3 months. I mean, that is the same amount of time that we have our chickens grow. So the birds that we process grow to be 12 weeks old. The rabbits will be 12 weeks old. So a great processing date for our homestead. And again, super easy to process. If you're interested in learning more about processing, I'll have Josh place the link to our rabbit processing video right here. That way you can go and check it out. He went and helped our good friends at the Good Steward Homestead process some of their rabbits. In fact, when I went and picked up our girls, I actually got another girl for that homestead too, and we dropped her off on our way back home. But again, thank you so much for watching today, guys. If you have not subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so that you see future videos from us. We'll see you in the next one.